Once you get into a long-term relationship with a Dusty, you become responsible for them. And then you feel guilty if you ever think about leaving them because it feels like you're abandoning a child. And so this is also how you know why you're making excuses for this Dusty, because you've developed a parent and child relationship or a mother and son relationship. And a lot of women have to break free of that because that's not your child.
You know what continues to be funny to me? They always seem to have the remedies for everybody but themselves. And I mean, they have some really wild stuff going on in their heads. Like, my femininity was turned off because I've been single all this time. So so if masculinity turns on for you when you don't have a man, does femininity turn on for a man? I'm trying to understand something here. But it's interesting to me, and this is why I tell you, brothers, you better find a relationship with your creator, the Most High, because leave it to these broads, they really think they can heal you. They really think they got the remedy. Figure yourself out. Every individual needs to get a relationship with the Most High and figure yourself out before you're trying to remedy somebody else, because it's a major problem here. Oh my goodness, red flags all over the place.
Once you get into a long-term relationship with a Dusty,
You see that? The black woman's pain and frustration are so great that the only vent she pursues for release is to fight against the black man, the only man who really loves her. She knows that she is difficult to tangle with, but she thinks that this is what the black man deserves for being out of order himself. Part of her discomfort is that she thinks she has the solutions to the black man's problems if he would only listen to her. By nature, the black man cannot submit to the woman. When she considers the problems of the black man, she continually looks outward. She lists oppression, depression, and obsession as part of his failings. She compiles lists filled with such topics as joblessness, lack of political clout, lack of historical knowledge, poor education, missing father image, and a host of external mishaps that result in the black man being disenfranchised. It never occurs to her to look internally at herself and see what her role is in the black man's plight. If and when she does examine herself, she comes out clean. She can find no fallacy in her that helps keep the black man down. Black women reveal all of the black man's personal business to her friends. If the black man has any special information he tells his woman in confidence, you can be sure that her best friend or her family members know too. She takes a special glee in letting her friends know the most intimate details and secrets, even his antics in bed and anything else of a personal and confidential nature. No black woman ever tells another black woman that she is wrong to tell her man's business to the public. This process is agreed in an acceptable dialogue among black women. Many black men think that the black woman is trustworthy with his innermost secrets, but she is not, and she expresses no guilt about it. Such is the warped agreement between black women and part of their secret society with mutually agreed upon rules and bylaws. This is a woman-only club that thrives daily. The membership consists of single and married women. They all do the same thing. They tell. She has become so adept at attacking the black man for whatever she decides is a good reason that she functions as if he is her open enemy, and she packs an arsenal of ammunition to shoot him down at every turn. It is not easy for a black man to be motivated if his woman doubts him. For some black men, his woman is the only thing wrong in his life. She has broken his spirit deep in his heart. Y'all stay woke. Choose up.
Well, brothers don't look like too many are safe. And I say the one thing that my brother might have missed is that these are the very ones very quick to cry cheating. And a lot of times they're doing that because they're looking to be the victim. They don't want to have to lose their man and say, I'm the reason for it. Because I'm going to tell you, when you break trust with a man over and over again, when he releases the matters of the heart to you, he realizes, man, the things that this brother released, as those things that he was reading off of that list, these are things I've been talking about for more than a decade. These are things I've been talking about for the last couple of years, fresh. And I keep trying to give you all these different dynamics and these different perspectives, because y'all just think men don't feel. They're robots. They're Terminators. They're not supposed to feel anything. Or if they feel something because y'all claim y'all want a man to feel, now he's weak. And of course, like my brother said, the individuals who get to hear the whole story, or I should say the perspective of the woman dealing with that particular man, he's a deadbeat, he's all these different things, you know, you sure been down a lot. I don't care if I'm down 1,000 times. If you supposed to be there for me, be there. Just say you weak. Just say you ain't strong enough for this. Just say you're throwing it in. But it's interesting to me that the whole town got to hear about how you tear this man down. And the second you know that he's not talking to you anymore about his very, very serious matters, because the rib is supposed to protect the vital organs and the heart, but you breaking the man apart, you tearing him to shreds, and so he sees another, and you in your feelings. That's where you brothers gonna have to learn a lot. You're gonna have to really open your eyes and understand how things play out. You're gonna have to have the foresight to see it 20 steps ahead of these mugs behind closed doors, because they can set you up. They can do things, and when they see you walking out, all of a sudden they want to grab you, and if you going from room to room just trying to lock yourself in a bathroom, or lock yourself in a room, or going down in the basement, or whatever you got to do to separate yourself, because everybody needs their corner to breathe and take a break so you don't keep going at each other. The mugs throw their whole body in the door just delusional enough to throw their body and their arm parts and everything else in the door to stop the door from being closed. Oh, he abused me, hit me, touched me, just all kind of foolish stuff. You got to watch it. You got to watch it, because many of the men have been destroyed mentally in all kind of ways, let alone locked up. So in a nutshell, you cannot continue to put yourselves in positions to be broken. And by God, if you're going through something with your woman, it's time to consider that exit plan. And I'm not telling you to go sleep around. I'm not telling you, definitely ain't telling you to do that. However, don't let nobody guilt trip you or make you feel bad because you develop a confidant. There's somebody who actually respects what you're saying, who hears what you're saying, who's there for you, who's rocking with you. And this person who knows that they're a demon, who knows that they're Jezebel, who knows that they're manipulative and all of the above, they know they ain't treating you right, and they ain't acting like no wife, so they're upset and jealous because somebody else is showing them up. Don't you dare feel guilty at all. Instead, you make sure you talk to your circle of brothers. Hopefully you have your father. Hopefully you have granddad. Hopefully you have some uncle. Hopefully you have some mentors. But by God, if you have someone that's close to you and she's of the complementing sex, if things are in their proper place and things are just, don't you dare feel guilty about getting the opportunity to see how it is to have a holy exchange. Don't you dare feel guilty about getting a chance to see how it feels to have someone respect you versus somebody disrespect you in your own home. It's supposed to be your home, it's supposed to be your haven. And instead of a person waking up and maturing and getting their stuff together, they're busy trying to be jealous and all this other stuff. No, act like you're supposed to act. Because the brother was on point with this list. So if there's one thing I've learned, and I don't care, a lot of y'all care too much. Y'all actually build a circle. You actually build some people, a group of people, a circle of people who actually support you. And because that woman is falling short, you're cheating. You're this. I'm always finding something. You're there. I'm accuse you of sleeping. I'm accuse you of doing. Let that mug say whatever she want to say. Let her mind play all kind of tricks. Let her, all the things she's caused, let that mess eat her up. It ain't your job to clear nothing up. It ain't your job to chase light. It ain't your job to do none of that. Let her feel whatever she gonna feel. Because she started off playing with mind tricks, and she should end with the same tricks driving her nuts. But don't you dare hold nothing in. because many of brothers that committed, then deleted themselves and all kind of stuff because they never talked to anybody. Don't hold nothing in. Yeah, it's just extremely amazing to me that a lot of these broads, they can't get themselves together. They got so much doggone trauma with their daddies and all kind of other stuff because they mama done lied to them, and you don't have no idea why why mama been single all these years and your daddy's somewhere over there, or why mama, barely pushed you out and she got married to a whole nother man, but your daddy over here and all that. Y'all be having all kind of issues and trauma, man. And then when a man try to come in and give y'all any type of support, try to build something with y'all, any of that, it's all to no avail. It's taken for granted. There's ungratefulness and all kind of foolishness. And so, at the end of the day, man, a lot of these mugs, what's funny to me is they think they can diagnose you and prescribe therapy to you. And sorry, man, but you're not God. Nope.